Today we're going to learn about division of decimals. The same as dividing whole numbers, but keep track of the decimal point. So in effect, when you divide by decimals, it's the same process as dividing whole numbers, but you just have to keep track of the decimal point. So let's try the first problem. 6.4 divided by 8. By keeping track of the decimal point, you take the number you're dividing from, in this case it's 6.4, and you place the decimal point in the answer right above it. So it would be there. Now let's do simple long division in this process. How many times does 8 go into 6? None. So we ask, how many times does 8 go into 6.4? An easy way to do this is by effectively ignoring the decimal point and asking how many times does 8 go into 64? And the answer to that would be 8. So in this case, we can place 8 in the answer, and 8 times 0.8 ends up to be 6.4. So we have a remainder 0, and this is our answer. Our answer, 6.4 divided by 8, is 0.8. Let's try the next problem. 7.65 divided by 0.9. Now, in this case, we're dividing by a decimal instead of dividing by a whole number in the first problem. So how do we divide by decimal using long division without it looking so complicated? A way we can rewrite the problem is by effectively multiplying both the first number and the second number in the equation by 10. If we were to multiply both numbers by 10, then the decimal points would be moved in equal amount for both numbers. And this is allowed because it wouldn't change the answer of the equation. It's the equivalent of saying 0.6 divided by 0.2 is 3. And if you were to move the decimal point in both cases, it would be 6 divided by 2, which is also 3. So the answers will be the same while the numbers that we are using are different. If we rewrite it, the decimal point will be in front of the 9, and it's 76.5 divided by 9. 9 goes into 7 0 times. 9 goes into 76 about 8, because 8 times 9 is 72. So when we subtract 72, we get 4.5. So how many times does 9 go into 4? None. How many times does 9 go into 4.5? Well, we can solve this by ignoring the decimal point. 9 goes into 45 about 5 times. And so we place the decimal point from the number we're dividing from, right above it. And 9 times 0.5 is 4.5. So again, we have remainder 0, and our answer is 8.5. Let's try the last problem here. We have 0.035 divided by 0.007. Using the same principle as the last problem, we can move the decimal point 3 times on the first number and 3 times on the second. And what you'll end up with is 35, because the decimal point's in front of the 5, divided by 7. And that is an easy problem to solve in which you know the answer is 5. 7 times 5 is 35, so we have a remainder 0, and that is our answer.